What's up, guys? Welcome to Merc'd. On this episode, we're going to be covering the Renegade Qualifiers, as well as an interview with Procro. We also got our RLRS predictions, and we got transfers, headlights, Merc'd, drama alert, all coming up in this episode. Let's get it going. Let's get it on. Qualifier 1. So, I think my first note here, we can talk about Lando first.
Yeah.
I'll get into Bread Dogs. They didn't make it the first qualifier. They didn't make it at all. But, you know, they chose the two hardest qualifiers in their defense. They chose 1 and 2, which are, like all the really good teams.
For any team to do,
yeah.
Honest.
If you're, like, low GC, always do 3 and 4 because you have a better chance at making it.
It seems like no one catches on to that. You would think sooner or later, like, people would be like, oh yeah, 3 and 4, it only has like 300 teams do it. While
I think they just want to
700.
deserve it more. I deserve more.
I only like, the only thing that matters to me is what you do in top 128, because that's what it's going to come down to, is when players either have a good day or a bad day when it comes down to top 128.
You want the easiest, like, path to 128.
Yeah, and then top 128, I could care who I get on
do
top
some
128.
damage.
Yeah, I just want to do some damage in top
I just want to
128.
put a dent in, like, a really good
Anybody.
team.
Yeah.
Yes, eat them.
Exactly. That's the only thing I want to do. That's like that was my goal for top 128.
So, well, the winners coming out of the first qualifier for Bread Dogs, it was Plot Twist, which is Pirates, Taraka, and Merc'd. So, understandable.
Yeah.
And then Satisfaction, which is, Daru, Infinite Uzi, and Kane. That's Infinite Uzi's on the come up, by the way. Console player switching to PC.
He's been on the come up for like the past couple of months, right? So
Used to team with Absolute Sauce, who I played with the other day. He's back from the dead.
Yeah.
But who did Bread Dogs lose to? Looks like they lost to Copacitic.
Whatever that is.
Ryan, Jonah, Can, and Yokes.
What was his team? What was McLando's team?
FN Savage and N3. I've never.
Was he the best player on that team? That's not saying
I every team that McLando's been in, low key, I've never heard of him. Like his other two teammates, just like people, just a bunch of nobodies. Wow, that was kind of rude.
I mean, it's the truth. Get murked.
Get murked.
Be brutally honest.
I wonder if M3 started for Infinite Uzi's team. Daru, Kane, Infinite Uzi, or is M3 in that roster? Isn't M3 he's been on a pro team?
He's better than them.
Hasn't M3 been on a pro team?
I don't think so.
You don't think
so? He's been close. He's been close.
Oh, okay.
M3's good. He's good. And he's an Alabama boy, so.
Alabama. Ghosty.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get in the
thing? We didn't care enough. And no one wanted to. No one wanted to. Like they're like, you don't want to compete for $500, and I was like, I don't care.
Could have had a nutty team. Ghost.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Add Ghost to anything.
Me, Ghost, and then Nap.
Oh, Nap wouldn't have done it though. He goes.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
My next.
I haven't seen Nap in a while, actually.
Well, because he got kicked. He got murked. He got kicked by Bork and Savvy, and then he just tried to try out for upper 90. Had some emotional conflictions with them, and then it just went downhill. I don't know who he ended up teaming with. I don't think he had a team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just
You should go sub for another RLCS team.
He should, yeah. I mean, I think there's one. So you know what's crazy? A little off topic. Ghost still hasn't finalized the roster. It still says Zane Jackie is on the roster. Instead of Illusion, so I don't know.
They're not gonna do that. Illusion is a way better player.
So, I mean, Wikipedia says Zane Jackie, so...
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen Zane Jackie
Well,
in
yeah,
ranked.
Wikipedia shows a lot of things, dude,
I haven't seen
that aren't
Zane
true.
Jackie in ranked. That's like one of the only pros I've never seen in ranked.
I've seen him. I've seen him twice, and I beat him both times. But yes.
I've never seen Zane Jackie. I feel
Well, you
like
should
he's.
see
I
him.
feel like he doesn't play ranked. He just does scrims. Do you think
Nah, you
I'm?
don't see him in ranked because he's not even GC really. I'm serious.
He's
Good
like
check. Good check. Hold
C1.
on. Hold on. I'm looking it up
Rocket
now.
Tracker, Rocket League Tracker.
Hold it. I'm looking it up, dude.
Anyways, while you're looking that up,
Yeah.
Icy losing to Cristiano, Official Sway, and PC Dog. I don't. Those are like low
Mhm.
GC players, aren't they?
Yeah.
Kind of an embarrassment on their part. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's like 15. He in doubles he's always like 15-20 and like 14-70. Right now he's 15-21. In standard he's played 24 matches this season. And he's 14-95.
24. So he like
So
played with. He played his. Basically, he played his. What are they called? His ranking games, and then
I mean,
played like
even when he did play, like he didn't play, he hasn't played very much, but like season 6, he played like 300 games of doubles and standard, and guess what? He wasn't GC in any of them.
three. That's like nothing though.
So
300 games, and you're a pro player. You should be playing so much more every day.
yeah,
I think that's the big
even
thing why he's not doing so well. He doesn't play enough.
yeah, even in like, I don't think I can see a single time. Okay, season 3 in standard is the most games he's ever played in a season, at least from what I can see, is 387. In season 3, dude, it was 9 months.
Okay. Anyways, Icy losing. That was really surprising to me because like when I saw their team get
Nah, it's such
announced,
a new team. But
I don't
yeah.
know. There's three. People are telling me they're all washed, and I'd agree with that. But I don't know.
But they're still good enough. They're still
They're
good
still good
enough.
enough to
Not even,
compete. But that was
yeah.
just surprising to me. Next one for qualifier one, we got Helios Esports not making it, and you know who Helios is?
That team we beat in Pulsar Premier. Yeah.
It's Jimmer's team. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Without Jimmers. We beat him without Jimmers. I want to make that very clear. Jimmers is a
Oh,
good player.
you like Jimmers?
I think Jimmers is dumb for trying to pick up K Frost. But
Everyone
other
tries to
than
pick him up.
that, fine. He's a fine guy.
So
I mean, I
they,
think every single person told him to not pick up K Frost, and he's like, "Nah, he won't do that again," because they were like, "Yo, he's just gonna leave your team." Guess what? Okay, I can tell you for a fact, I know this
he leaves every
that
team.
K Frost is teaming with Team Concept, which is.
I saw him play with him in a couple tournaments.
See, I was gonna say they wanted. Okay, so real drama here.
Oh no.
Team Concept wanted to scrim us, Ice T Gang, back right before we did RLCS, like as we were about to do it. They wanted to
Mhm.
scrim us, and we wanted to scrim them. I actually tried to set it up with Smidget because we're both Alabama players, and we were chill with each other. What
Mhm.
ended up happening is we got into the call, we got into the party, and it was them three, and then it was K Frost, and it was against us three.
Yeah.
And we got like super angry. We were like, why is K Frost here? Like, everyone on our team, I didn't say much, but like our team was like, we're not doing it unless K Frost is gone. And they were like, well, K Frost is our sub, and I'm like, he doesn't need to be
What?
here.
Wait. So they said that, but he's playing for Helios right now. Drama?
No, he left Helios.
Wait. So
He
he's.
left
But they
Helios
made
like
they made
2 weeks ago.
quals. They made quals.
He left it. Trust. There's
So is
a
XI playing?
out there. I don't know.
XI
Yeah,
is
yeah.
their
Whoever's
sub.
playing, whoever's playing is playing for them. It's
Well,
not K Frost.
that's awkward.
Yeah, but then, pretty much, like, yeah, we got in some fight, and the scrim never happened. The reason why that we got angry was because K Frost in tournament, in that Pulsar tournament, he
Yeah.
wanted to say that they had lost, or that it was 2-1 instead of 3-1, even though his own team was like, yeah, it's over, dude, it's over, we lost, it's over 3-1, and he was like, no, it's 2-1, dude, and so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the reason why I got angry, and like, but that's how I know he's on Team Concept.
Yeah, a lot of drama come from there. Last point for qualifier one from me: the Fuking boys losing to Seb, Dave G, and Frantic Cartoon.
That's not that crazy, actually.
I would agree
Those
with you on
players are
that.
good.
Yeah, I
Those
would
players
agree.
are.
Okay,
Mhm.
so like
That's the crazy. That's
I've
the biggest.
underestimated them so much. Like I played them in a tournament, I was like, oh, fresh meat, and then we
That's
we
funny.
we won the first game. I was like, oh, these
Um,
guys are pretty good, and then ended up losing the second game. I'm like, man, these guys got a lot of pressure, and then like
pressure.
lost the series, and I was like, oh, they ended up winning the
That's a
tournament.
good
I was
team.
like,
Yeah.
what? Who is? I know Seb, Healy, Soul Esports owner, right?
Hmm.
I've never heard of Dave G and Frantic Cartoon, but they're on the up right now.
Okay.
They're doing
Let
pretty
me tell
good.
you.
They've
I
upset
can.
Nefarious. I saw them. Yeah, they've upset some good teams.
I was gonna team with Frantic Cartoon and Oath.
Oh yeah.
But Oath is not young enough, or
Yeah,
he's not
he's
old
like
enough to play
14.
RLCS. So pretty much at the same time, Frantic Cartoon didn't want to play with me, and I was like, okay, well that's fine. Like I wasn't really upset about it. But then he went and he left Oath. They're on still good terms, so it's not anything. Like it's just because Oath is gone. But at the same time, he kicked him off the team. Frantic Cartoon did. He like kicked Oath off the team, but Oath's fine with it, and they're all good, so it's not really much to talk about. Yeah, he did.
Well,
Frantic Cartoon's good, but he doesn't really know how to play twos. He's not really an
I mean,
aggressive
I guess you
player.
don't need that. Yeah, screw
Yeah,
that.
don't.
Anyways, qualifier 2, let's move on to this. We got
Yeah.
the only note I had. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know teams that well, but I saw
Okay.
Peak Esports losing.
Okay. I can tell you a bunch of teams here.
Peak is B plus. I didn't know that about them. I've only heard of Plum. He's like top 100 once. They took a game off Reborn Knights, the new roster, which is
Yeah, I knew.
Communism, Relly, and Blueies.
Hmm.
So that's pretty impressive. But I think that they ended up making it later on. But losers bracket they also lost. So they made it in I think the fourth qualifier, which was like 3 series they had to win.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to McFly, Killer Man, and Whey Protein. I don't know who those guys are.
Now here's my
Your surprising
twos.
ones, yeah. Let's
Okay.
hear it.
Oh, they're definitely surprising. Low Tech, T Bates, Donnie, and
Oh
Reverb
yeah,
not making it.
yes, yep.
Their team is booed up. They got DQ'd. I
This is
don't
fun.
know what it is. Oh yeah, I talked to Donnie about it. I actually talked to Donnie about it. He said that, or no, I talked to Reverb about it. It was one of them didn't want to play with Donnie, and then pretty much he was like, I don't want to play with Donnie, and then the other one was like, yeah, I also don't want to play with Donnie, and then they both just broke up. Everyone broke up. They both didn't want to play with Donnie. Was what was happening.
Poor Donnie, dude.
And then okay, so then you got Lumen, Crazy Preacher, Coleman A,
Oh, that's a good team.
and Doctor DeSutter, whoever their sub is their sub.
Some
They didn't
random
make it.
gold, yeah.
Um,
Who'd they lose to, you know?
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
okay.
yeah, no clue. And then Washed, which is Taz 963, Big Choco Mill, and Isaac Garcia. Big Choco Mill is rank A. Taz is was almost rank X at one point, I think.
I've never heard of Taz.
He is a PS4 player. He's a
Oh,
PS4
oh yeah,
guy.
I've heard of Taz. I've heard of Taz.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big Choco Mill is really good.
Is that just
It's
Mill?
because no,
Yeah.
no, it's a different guy. I think. The reason why that team didn't make it is because Taz retired like a week or two before RLCS, I think.
Well, how do you retire from console? And retire and you're not even
Yeah.
big yet.
Unretired. I think he did become PC right like a week or two ago.
Oh,
Or
so he
but-
might be on the
and
come
when
up.
I said a week or two, I meant like a month or two. No, on February 28th, he said even though nobody knows me, I'm retiring by, and he hasn't. I don't think he's played since.
I mean, that's true. No one.
So
He's
no
not
one really.
long enough. Yeah.
No, sorry though, but no one really retires. Like in my opinion, no one actually leaves this game like legitimate.
Pashy. Yeah.
No, even he probably plays this game.
Pashy said he retired, and then like 2 weeks
and then,
later
like,
he got a team.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. No, no one actually does because this game is a drug, but it's whatever. I'd get into that, but that requires way too much time. But,
Is that all for
no, this
qualifier
game is
2?
addictive. Too much for someone to retire from and not play.
Yeah. Is that all you got for qualifier 2?
Yeah, that's it. I had another team, but I think they made it through the losers bracket.
Okay, so
Yeah.
qualifier 3, big story, replica. My team that I sub for, they lost to
Sean Gamer.
They lost to Big old Sean. And I don't know who's Sean's teammates. We got Ty Scully and I don't Coho. Who's Ty Scully?
Just Scully, I think his name is. I think his name is just Scully.
I've never seen him play.
I think he's pretty good. He's like 1600 player, not anything crazy, but
okay.
He's good.
Well, you know, Ghost said he was lagging on. He said Bacon hasn't played in 2 weeks, so that was the story around that. I think in the losers bracket they got a game taken away from him from Redshift. I've never heard of Redshift. Serendipitous, Oblivious, and Reed. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of Oblivious.
Okay, is that GC?
Yeah, it's GC.
Oblivious, Serpent.
You say Quibsy?
Tish.
Yeah, no.
Okay, if your name's too long.
No idea.
Okay, that's a name. Sorry. You just change your name. And Reed.
Is that all you have for Qual 3?
That's all I got for Qual 3. Yeah. What you got?
Qual 3 pool E8 is a team called MST. I forget what it stands for. I think it's like Missouri State University or something.
Missouri State. Tariff.
It was Time, Sugar, and Choxic. They DQ'd.
Whoa.
So that they didn't make it. They're done. Although I would like to point out that Missouri Valley College made it.
Yeah, they're alright.
Which is Homeless Baby Pain. Yeah. I
they're like
those
C3.
guys. Actually, I want to coach those guys.
They got a lot of improvement. They stick together too.
They stuck together for like 9 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And then also for Qualifier 3, F5, that's it. Which is, it's Shamungum's Dark Fox and Keelix.
Oh yeah, that's a really good team.
DQ'd, yeah.
Oh,
that would
goodness.
be a team that could make it far in top 128.
That guy at Fox, he was in rank B once, and oh my god, absolute god.
Okay, and then Qual 4s, here we go. So this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
So for Qual 4s, we have we'll start from the very bottom because this thing is long, dude. It's long. I would pretty much say each pool had a team that didn't show up. You had Guacamole, which is H5, and that's a Mexico team that's actually really good. Has Osu on it. It has.
Why is a Mexican team doing North American quals when there's South America?
They're North America. What are you talking about? Mexico is North America. Hello?
But there's South American quals.
But Mexico is North American country.
Oh yeah, you're right.
My god.
Oh man.
It's Pringle.
I thought they were in South. I thought Mexico. Oh wait.
Osu, it's Pringle, and Asil. I know they're all like 1600 players. They didn't make it. They DQ'd. Stinky Toenail.
Never heard of that guy.
It's actually no. I'm saying this is the team name. It's called Stinky Toenail Clippings. It's Tyro, Glaxo, and Griffon. I just know Glaxo for being Season 2 GC. But
Tyro used to team with Ludacris and Big Boy Pyro.
Middle-aged noobs getting upset in Pool H3.
30-year-olds.
Yeah, I used to team with one in RLCS actually. It was Plague. We were destined to be
Plague.
like top 32 in RLCS Season 4. But yeah, Plague, Hammer Pants, and Shaker. But all the guys are like, GC, and honestly, they should have made it, I think. I believe they got upset. And then United Rogue DQing, which is Lazarus, J Boogie, and Pizzle.
Wow.
Big Money getting DQ'd, which is
wasn't Pizzle on Onslaught with
yeah.
What happened to that?
No idea. He still has the Onslaught logo on,
okay.
I think.
Maybe.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, Alex Storm teamed with like
teaming
2
up
other
with
teams.
someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. I thought he was teaming with Donnie. Okay, was that why I saw on Twitter that he did some tournaments with Donnie? Maybe that it all connects now. LSU, Alex Storm, and Pizzle. We gotta find a connection between all three of them. I think there's there's the thing.
Our pool G2 is predictable lost and they DQ'd, and it has Galaxies, Swoops.
That's a good team.
Neon.
That's
and good job, Kev.
That's depressing.
And then you got the last one, but certainly not least, Big Money, which is pool G8, which will just translate into our next segment. And that is Free Killa, Guzzy, and Waves.
That was some drama.
I saved that one for last on purpose. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, now you can we can just segue that into.
Well, we're gonna get into our RLRS predictions first. I think we discussed it. We'll discuss this a little more with Procro in our interview, but we'll just say ours again. Mine, Birds and the Bees, because mine changed. Yeah, just based on the 6th one. Because I had Birds and the Bees, which is Rolled Miss Hawkster, Plot Twist, Pirates, Mec'd, Terracto, Afterthought, Shock, Hato, Titan Tyler, Sway Esports, Alpha Cap, Zombie, and T-Curl. Avocado, Zol, Ajax, Team 1. And then I had Triple Commit locked in, Bork, Savvy, and Dapper, and then I'm not too sure about that anymore because they're getting upset by terrible teams, like left and right. Yeah. So it's just, I'm giving it to whoever is worthy. Whoever wants to take it.
I'm on Juice.
You're on that Juice?
Sway. What was it? Is Christ still a team, or is that been broken
because
up into
remember Relly? That was Relly and Mectos, and Relly's on Reborn Knights with Communism and Blueies, and Mectos is on Pirates.
Sway juiced the dudes, which is I don't know. That's sort of my just random one. Dapper. I should go with a safe bet. Okay. Afterthought, Sway.
I hate your list right now.
Afterthought, Sway, Triple Commit, Juiced, Plot Twist, and let's just throw in Lights Out. Why not?
I'd take 2 of those off. I'd take Juiced off and.
Wait, you don't think Juiced is making it, dude?
They lost to.
You lack faith.
Well, I'm after reviewing
you have wee faith.
The last 2 tournaments that they've been in. I'm not seeing it. Okay. They gotta play like they did against G2, then they'll make it. That's the only thing. But
will they though? Because if they're seeded top 6, then they're not gonna play any teams worth mentioning, really.
Yeah, the seed's gonna be huge. Seed is gonna be huge.
Yeah, they can get lucky and just not play anybody, really, all the way to winners finals, and then have to show up against 1 or 2 good teams. So I mean, it really comes down to seeding.
And you're still trusting Triple Commit?
I gotta trust my boy Dapper.
They lost to Andy, Blue, and Chronic.
I mean, Andy's a good player, and Chronic's actually a nuts player that's really young. I've talked to both of them. I've actually talked to all 3 of those kids.
3. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Can we cut that out? Can we cut that out? Because I don't wanna offend Chronic anymore.
No, we're keeping that raw.
Okay. I just won't show it to him.
Just don't. We're gonna hide this podcast because we've said so much crap about everyone.
I mean, it's brutally honest, and as much as I would tell you if I really hated a player. Just because I have one thing against them does not mean I don't like them.
You say I suck every week, so.
Yeah. So.
Anyways. Oh, you gave your top 6. So now we're gonna go into our interview.
RBG, I take it back. Lights Out is RBG. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want Lights Out.
Now we're gonna get into our interview with Sway Procro. It was a nice. He's a very smart guy. He knows a lot about the community. So interesting interview with Procro, owner of Sway Esports. So without further ado, here's Procro. What's up, guys? We got Sway Procro. Should I put Sway in front of your name or just Procro?
Just Procro.
We got Procro here, owner of Sway Esports. part of the Challenger series, along with Elevate League, Synergy Esports, and a new org in the future. Big man in the Rocket League community. And our first guest on the show. So this should be exciting. So my first question is, what do you do for a living?
I am a system administrator for a small financial firm. So I basically just make sure the computers are running and safe for a bunch of people that have no idea how to use computers.
So is that kind of like IT?
Yes.
So you must know a lot about like computers and I guess technology in general.
Yeah, I know a little bit.
Those things.
There's always more.
Yeah, so Procro is the technology person for dumb people in the office.
I half expected him to say that orgs was his main thing. I thought he was big enough to make that his full-time job, honestly.
He makes...
it's definitely a full-time job.
Yeah, it makes...
Yeah, but does it make full-time money is the real question.
100K off Sway Esports a year.
Oh, then why do you
It takes a while to get to that point.
Do the
See, here's the other thing, is even if you're... Regardless of income coming in, if I can have a separate income while doing Sway... And why would I be drawing that money out of Sway? They can be reinvested too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does it affect your life, man? Like, you ever feel,
in every way.
Stressed to get? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so like you should try to. I don't know. It's probably too much to start on our first minute, but like you should. I don't know. Maybe think about stopping it. Just saying. Like, I mean, if you're gonna be stressed and like and always working, then like why? If you can live fine off of one thing, why do two?
Why? Because I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that, like, because you were talking about this earlier in the org chat, where, like, we put, there's not, like, a money return, there's not, like, a return on investment for tournament organizers, really, like, in terms of cash.
No.
Like,
at least not right now, no.
Yeah, exactly.
The return on investment for this right now is that I get to come in here and call, whether it's I'm getting paid for it or not, a little bit, a lot, doesn't really matter, whatever it is. I call my job working with video games, which I grew up loving. Video games is a passion of mine. I've always loved video games. I never wanted to go into coding, learning all that kind of stuff, so I never thought I'd have a chance to work in them. But this whole new industry has popped up where you can manage people that are playing video games, and there's a lot of opportunities out there for people that probably never thought they'd be able to be involved in the video game industry now, and now they can. And I think that's exciting, and I love it, honestly. And I love the people that I'm on here with. There's a lot of really cool people on here that I've met from all over the world.
Have you shared at work, like, what you do on, I guess, on the internet?
Yeah, they know what I do. They haven't seen any of it, but I've talked about it.
I feel like it's so cool, like, when people are like, oh, what do you do as like a hobby? And you're like, oh, I manage esports. And they're like, oh, I feel like people are fascinated with that kind of stuff, like the future of esports in general. Yeah,
the look they give you at first is always priceless, because they're always so confused. They're like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a thing? Like, even if they know what esports is, they don't like really think about the business structure behind it.
Yeah, especially like money and video games. They're like, you can't make money doing video games. Video game people can't be athletes. They can't do this. They can't do that. It's like a lot of doubt. And then when you show them, like, you know, just like the whole esports scene and like the future of esports it's just huge.
I mean, what's the difference? You call professional curlers athletes?
Yeah. But the big thing for my my dad, at least, he thinks, like I said, what if what if we sign a team and they call themselves like professional athletes on Twitter, like Tfue. That's what his thing says, professional athlete for FaZe Clan. He's like, that's not an athlete. An athlete has to be physical. It has to be physical, but
that's always going to be a debate. Yeah. It's never going to...
It will, and the other thing is, you could say there is a physical part to it. Because it is still muscle memory that you're training to your fingers.
It's definitely a mental thing.
Arms or wrists, whatever it is, whether it's a controller or a mouse and keyboard game. There is some physical thing to it. You know, a person with a broken hand can't compete, you know, because there is a physical part to it. A person with a broken hand can still play in their chess tournament and do just fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's get into our next
Yeah,
question.
because chess is more of a mental thing than a physical thing.
Yeah.
So it feels like. Yeah, it feels like.
So
My question, I guess, is hold on, let me pull it up because I actually had to write it down because I can't come up with these things on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wish you had known when you started out, like with the first ever, like when you first started to make an org? What do you wish you would have known about
Oh man.
that like turned into a big mistake?
That's a tough one, honestly. I don't know if I've ever really thought about that before.
Well, what's okay? Let's go with like biggest mistake that you've done, and like what could have prevented it, really, in your mind.
maybe
I think putting more trust in other people.
Okay.
And in the right people. That's so important, is in the right people, but just in other people in general. I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I like to kind of see things through myself a lot to make sure it's done in the way I want it to do it. That's not always the best way to do it, especially when you're handling so much. I think maybe just putting more trust in other people, not taking so much on myself in the beginning, especially.
Yeah.
I know YouTube editors and people that have edited their videos for years that become big. When they first get an editor, they talked about it a lot. They were always looking over the editor's shoulders and stuff, like telling them what they used to do, like how they used to run it. And it's like just kind of gotta let them go.
Yeah.
To do it right.
Okay, question. What got you into Rocket League? Because obviously you started your org based off Rocket League on the start. Or maybe I'm lying, but...
Yeah. Well, okay, so my Discord was started as an ARC server, actually.
ARC. Well,
what is
ARC?
Servers.
What is ARC?
ARC Survival Evolved. It's a survival
Rust.
game.
It's like Rust.
Oh, is that like dinosaurs?
Yeah. Yes, where you tame dinosaurs and you build big-ass bases. It's a lot of fun.
Is that an esport?
No. We had our own like custom servers that we built.
Whoa.
We had a bunch of people and we hosted, and we had a bunch of people that played, so we had the tribes separated in Discord. But anyway, Rocket League. So I just started playing. Cause I had some friends that I found out played on PlayStation. They showed it to me. But they play on PlayStation, so I couldn't play with them. So I just played by myself for a while, and then one day I got hit up by some friends to go to a bar and just have some drinks. I went, and we're all drunk, and somehow it came out that one of us played Rocket League.
Oh, something magical happens.
We found out we all play Rocket League, and we're all ranked right around the same rank, and I'm like, alright. So drunk me tells him, well, go home and fire it up, but I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah. So that was, if you know Sway, you went in Sway Esports, that was Cymatic and Cryo. Cryo is now one of the other owners of Sway, and Cymatic has been a big part of Sway. So we just kind of went home and we started playing together every night, all night for months. And then we decided to sign up for RLCS, as we were all gold ranked, right?
That probably went well.
You know what? Here's the thing: is it did. It was a lot of fun. We won our first 2 matches, the best of 3s, and then we got to play G2. And
I'm sure you guys won that, right?
Yeah. Kronovi was streaming, and there were 8,000 people watching his stream. And because everyone knew we were playing, Cryo was streaming, and he got almost 2,000 people in his stream.
Oh.
And I think this is the first time he ever streamed before. Also, yeah. And so they just manhandled us. The second game after they'd already beat us the first, 2 of them were just sitting in their own goal upside down. They were like Snapchatting while JNaps was playing us 1-on-3.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, but anyway, we went on and then won another game after them. So we went 3-2, our very first anything as a gold player. That was pretty cool. But just the rush of adrenaline we got from playing in front of 10,000 people, in front of people that we had watched on YouTube. Like we weren't into the esports scene really, but everyone knew who Kronovi was. Everyone knew who G2 was at the time. So that was season. That had been season 3 qualifiers.
So how did
And it was just, I don't know. It was awesome. So we decided to bring all the people that we played with together, and that became the start of our team. It was several teams actually.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So that's kind of how like Sway began.
It is.
So did you start out like I know you guys didn't call yourself Sway Esports. What was the name before it?
Sabali Gaming.
Sabali. What is that? What does Sabali mean? Is it like, does that have a
Sabali?
meaning? Yeah.
Sabali means patience, and we got that from a song that's called Patience from Damian Marley and Nas. It's a great song.
Is that Spanish or?
No, it's some African language.
African,
I don't know.
Sabali. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. So did you start Sabali Esports? Was like your team, Cryo and
Sabali Gaming? Yeah, but in the qualifier for that I was talking about, we were actually called Scotty Don't.
Scotty Don't? Yeah.
Cryo were both named Scott. So.
Interesting. So did you name yourselves Sabali Gaming and then like start branching out into different teams? Or
yeah.
did it start with another team?
The tribe the ARC server was named Sabali.
Oh, okay.
So it just kind of inherited the name first. And the reason it was called Sabali is because ARC, if anyone ever hosted an ARC server, they know how much of a bitch it is. And am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, we don't care.
Alright.
People get murked on the show.
Yeah. So basically every single day this server, there's going to be an update on something. The server's going to go down. So people are always bitching and complaining on the Discord to bring the server back up. And he got tired of saying, hold on, be patient. And so it just kind of became a inside joke. Patience.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because the server was down every single day.
I gotcha. So big question. I've asked you this before in a DM. Why do you have multiple Rocket League teams?
Oh, lots of reasons. Some we've talked about, and some I wouldn't even be able to remember.
Yeah.
But first off, I just think that the community deserves it. I think that more players deserve more opportunities to play on teams that aren't just GC teams, and organized teams at that. Like anyone can get together and make a team of 3 players and go play a tournament. But to have a set group of people with a like-minded goal, I think it's great for the players, and because of that, we've gotten a lot of buy-in to our organization. We have a lot of fans to our organization, foreign players that don't play for us anymore. They come back all the time. I see them in streams all the time. Just like when we were playing Renegade Cup, I saw a bunch of our old players I haven't seen in a year. They just popped up in the stream rooting for Sway. Like, I think that's awesome. Right? The reason we really did it at first, and I know this is something I talked to you about, is to help us staff our organization. Because it's really hard to get staff, especially dedicated staff, for something they're doing for free, right? They may be having fun, which is great. You can get someone to come do it once or twice a week. But if you really need people that are going to be doing this day after day almost, you need buy-in. You need total buy-in. They need to be bought into what you're doing. And so that means you need to be giving them something back. And if we're not able to pay these guys, because obviously we're not, there's not enough money in this industry right now in Rocket League for us to pay these guys on a large scale. You got to give them something back. So what we give back is we give them an organized team to play with like-minded individuals that they helped select. Because when we do our tryouts, our player input is pretty much how we select our teams. I don't try and force anyone to play with anyone they don't want to play with. So they get to play on teams that they want to play with. They get to be coached by people that are better than them, that know the game, that have coached other people before, and they just get to become better players themselves, whether they want to push forward to become pro or whether it's just a goal of theirs to get to the next rank. You know, we've had lots of those, and we have lots of those that it's always just their goal to get to the next rank until they're on GC and they're looking back, how did I get here? So those guys, they're great at being staff. They will do your graphics for you. When other people want graphics, they'll do it because this is their team. They're not just doing this for some other organization. They're doing it for their organization. And that's really helped us throughout, and including, I mean, in fact, most of the staff we have now that we've grown quite a bit, we're not exactly following that model as much, but a lot of the staff we have now are all former players of ours. And some are still current players, but not all of them are anymore like it was. But for us, that was a big reason internally for doing it. Because, how do you staff an organization for free? You give them something back. That's how.
Yeah, so I think the two big takeaways from that is like basically community, building up community, and then lower level players get more incentive for being staff.
Yeah.
How would you rate the Rocket League community compared to other gaming communities and other games? It's a hard one. Go off on this.
I definitely know the Rocket League community more than I know the other communities,
Yeah.
so I might be a little biased on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I might give you an answer that you're probably not expecting, but honestly, the Rocket League community is great.
Yeah.
It gets a bad name,
Definitely
and it has a horrible. There are a ton of horrible people in this community.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you what, that's called humanity, and that they're gonna be in every community you go to, especially when you're online and they can hide behind a screen. People are gonna be nasty. But honestly, the Rocket League community is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many people out here that are doing things on their own dime, on their own time, not getting anything back for it other than just the enjoyment of a video game. And that's awesome. There are a lot of other games out there who there's a pro scene, and there may be a semi-pro scene underneath that that's all hosted by all these big organizations with lots of money, and then there's nothing. There's nothing at all underneath there that you don't have to pay money for to get into. And Rocket League doesn't have that. There are no pay-to-enter tournaments, and I know that's somewhat, the reasons for that are varied, and the outcomes of that are varied. But
it's a lot of. I feel like it's a lot of young people that just don't have like credit cards and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean, overall for the players, I do think it's especially the ones that are just getting in. It's better for them. They don't need to be paying $15, $20 to play a tournament that they're going to lose in the first round of. We see in so many other esports all the time. I mean, it happens all the time, trust me. It's not very fun to watch your team lose after you just, fourth money, but that's the way it is. So it's great with Rocket League, and then also there's so many communities. There's almost more than one tournament every night, and obviously Mexi, me and him have gone on about this. It didn't used to be that way. There were times, kind of dark times last year, where there were no tournaments. You'd be lucky there's a couple tournaments a week.
I agree. I think it was around the same time as Nexus shut down.
Yeah, and Mythical kind of slowed down, and Boost Legacy shut theirs down, and VVV stopped, and Pro RL stopped, and I mean, literally everything stopped.
Yeah.
And it was just these little organizations that kind of
Carried the torch.
kept it going. And me and Mexi here, we started Challenger Series because of that. With Blaze as well, I want to give Blaze a lot of credit for that as well. He was with United as one at the time. We saw this, and we saw that there was nothing for the players, so we gave them something. And I think we, on top of finally Renegade Cup, really spurred on a lot of other organizations to start running more weeklies, or especially the new thing now is bi-weeklies. Weeklies are a little much. So I think it's great. I think the Rocket League community is amazing, and obviously it could be better. There are ways to make it better, but overall it's great.
I think the big thing about the Challenger Series overall was, like, there's been orgs that have partnered with each other. It's been like only 2 orgs, but I don't think anyone's ever seen like 3 communities come together. So I think that was like the big motivating factor for how like Challenger Series was so successful, just bringing 3 communities together.
Yep.
And
we're doing it for the players. Like, this isn't.
And
we're not getting anything out of this.
Yeah, and then I guess I took into account like what you said earlier, like we have some people like copying Challenger Series, and like if people are copying us, we're doing something right.
Yeah, I say all the time, if there's been so many copies of Sway, and I encourage that. I mean, and if you're copying me, first off, I'm doing something right, but it also means I'm adding something to the community because people think it's good enough to copy. So, I have absolutely no problems with copycats as long as you're not trying to infringe on something that you shouldn't be. I have all more power to them. Grow the community, grow more tournaments, the better.
That was going to be leading my other question. Do you think Sway, I guess no one originated it, but I guess originated the idea of multiple Rocket League teams that are an esports org?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, us? No. There's been. I'm sure there were more ones before us. I will say this though. When I came into esports, I didn't know that. I knew nothing really nothing about esports. I didn't know Fibion had more. I didn't know those. What I modeled it after was a paintball team that I followed a long time ago. I used to play paintball all over the country and travel. Played in PPL. I played in the PSP. If anyone that plays paintball is watching, they'll know what I'm talking about. Misfit Militia, Hustle, yeah. So I modeled it after there was a pro team called Image. Oh man, this has been like 12 years. I don't know, but they had a farm system underneath the pro team. I'm sorry, the pro team's called Trauma, and they had a farm system underneath them that was called Gridlock, which is a great name for a farm system. But they just had a tier at every single skill level, and they didn't have the best players at that skill level. They won a lot of tournaments and all the different skill levels, but they weren't the best. But what they did have is they had just this great camaraderie. Everyone wanted to be a part of Gridlock, even if they weren't from the area that Gridlock was from, which I'm pretty sure was the East Coast. I don't know. I just really liked the structure of it, and they would move players up and players down, and I watched as players went from being Division 3 all the way up to their semi-pro team, and so I just kind of structured it after that. And the colors, the reason I did the colors is just because it looks good in Discord.
Yeah, I give you a lot of credit for having multiple teams, because when everyone asks, like, why is there, like, multiple teams, and I'm like, I don't know, I just saw it from Sway, and everyone's like, oh, I know Sway. Everyone just seemed to know who you are and, like, what you guys were doing with having multiple teams. So
There's a lot of memes as well, though. I think that's kind of what pushed you guys. I think a lot of Sway gamer memes, honestly, especially for the major ranked community, dude.
I highly doubt that, because that was only really in a pretty small.
I only knew who you guys were. I think I first realized who you guys were from a bunch of people memeing about Sway gamers, and I had no idea.
Okay, here's what happens. I only know, like, people talk about Sway. They're like, oh, Sway is a great community. And then there's other people that say, like, oh, Sway is, like, really poorly run. It's like, either extremely dislike or extremely like.
But at least they know who you are.
When you've banned 350 Rocket League players, some people tend to not like you.
But then you still have a big community.
And I ban people for less than what most people ban people for, which is why there's been 350. Yeah, we still have over 1,800 people, so I'm not hurting. I could be over $2,000 if I wanted to. Don't. I don't care. I don't want that.
Deep down, like, they really want to be in the Discord still.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. I promise you, when I unban people, they join, and they don't rejoin and do stupid shit. They rejoin and hide for a while is what they do.
Yeah.
But then they just kind of integrate back into the community. I hope so. I do. We just really want to give people a place to come and get away from all that. It's why we ban people. We want to get up. So video games to me is a place to come enjoy yourself. It's a place to get away from the bullshit of life and work and all that, drama. And so I don't want to come play my video games and be bombarded with all that crap again.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone else does either. So I try to provide a place where that's not really happening. Can I say that all Sway players aren't toxic? I hear people, all Sway's toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some toxic people. But you know how many people I've had play for Sway? Over 300.
Oh, man. Like, is that
in our
other
entirety?
games?
In total, there's been over 300 Sway members since we started. So I can't control all those people, and even the people that are on there currently, like.
And then
I've been toxic.
They change in personality as well. Like you may get.
You piss me off, I'm gonna say some shit. I'm sorry. And just because you can screenshot that and make me look bad, and because they can't see what you said before, that's some bullshit. That's just the internet. That's the way life is. But I'm telling you, it's never been what we've preached. We've always preached the opposite of that. We've always dealt with players in what we consider a just way. When it comes to that kind of thing, when it gets reported to us. I just had someone report something to me just this morning. So I had to deal with that this morning. And it is something we deal with. We kick players off. We ban them. Mexi knows.
Yeah.
He's had...
Mexi was here right now.
Oh, he's gone. That's right.
That's what happens when
you hear the whole Sway is a meme thing. I can attest. I know exactly who started that. I won't get into that. But it was just from someone that got banned for something he didn't think was just, but all of us decided it was. So
people will do like whatever they can to try to make it
expose you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna expose you. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's
expose
like,
away, sir.
Like I have people, even like when I was running Elevate, my friend said some like bad crap when I was queued up with him. He said like kill yourself or something, and then they like screenshot on Twitter and they're like, at MexicanDiabetes, nice teammate, great Elevate staff member.
Yeah, don't you love that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I dealt with this morning.
It's like, it affects the whole org.
Exact words. It does. It affects the entire game and the industry and all of it, honestly, it does.
Toxicity's got to be like the #1 most dealt with problem, or
Overwatch has... Problem. So I'm new to Overwatch, but from what I've heard, Overwatch community used to be terrible. Absolutely horrible.
It was.
But I've been playing Overwatch now for like 5 months, a lot, and I have seen so little of it. That's what I've asked about it. Obviously, they've done. You can't possibly type something toxic in their chat, or it turns it into, makes you look like a little fairy. I don't know if you've seen what Overwatch chat changes cuss words to, and it's hilarious. It just it's like I found this weird thing going through my grandma's drawer. Like it'll change your cuss. Like if you say "what the fuck," it'll change it to that. Like it's just the most random fucking stuff. I'm telling you. But I've never really experienced hardly any toxicity in that. So they've done something to work on that, and I do believe that Rocket League can get there. I don't think the ban system is enough. And
it's definitely not. I mean,
I think they need to almost exert a little more control over some of the communities that they're involved in as well.
Well, I just think like their ban system is so whack with like it literally just bans you from chatting, and like you can be toxic without chatting, you know? Like you can be toxic
that's true.
Playing
it's
the
true.
game, which they don't ban you for stuff like that. It's just off of chat. There's no banning someone for like not doing something unless it's been brought to the light super hard. Like unless you're on corrupt levels of meme of like being a terrible person, then you're not probably gonna get banned or anything like that.
Pale, did you?
Sorry, there's definitely more they could do. That's all.
Pale, I know you had 3 quality questions.
Quality, dude.
Oh,
we're gonna start memeing. We're gonna start like I'm not gonna. Every question isn't gonna be serious here. I do wanna get into just some questions that are fun.
All right.
What's your favorite food and what's your favorite word?
Food. Probably brisket.
Oh, interesting. Brisket.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking like pizza or like.
Yeah, I was thinking something generic. Yeah, like
a nice Dos Equis.
It'd be either brisket or lobster. So.
Oh yeah, okay, lobster. Yeah, I like lobster as well. I like seafood.
My favorite word.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, who doesn't like that word?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
It
and
rolls off the tongue well.
For you don't have to answer this one. This one's optional. This is a big meme. What turns you on, man?
What turns me on?
Yeah.
Other than Mexi?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, other than Mexi. Yes.
Mexi Smexies.
Like something someone does, you know, or something a girl
Gotcha.
does, whatever. Doesn't have to be descriptive.
I'll just stick with Mexi.
Okay.
I thought Procro has a foot fetish or something.
Yeah, I was hoping
some nice tan toes.
Not to say Mexi.
I'm pretty normal in that aspect.
I have a couple more. What do you?
That's done for me.
Do you think? Yeah, so I guess I'll just go through my last ones. Do you think? What do you think the chances are Sway Esports will make it to RLRS this season?
Really, really good.
Really good.
They just got the #1 seed when I saw.
Oh, really? Has that even come out? Pale, we're gonna have to look at that. Because I think the way
I've been gone all day, but that's what I saw. Someone said in the Discord they got the #1 seed.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
know Octane.gg gave them the #1 seed.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm pretty sure they wait until
But yeah,
the
I
tournament.
expect them to make it.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
90. Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that. Honestly, me and Pale have been talking a lot about that, and we'll talk a little bit more in the podcast. But like we've been giving our top 6, and I've had them in my top
Sway's
6 for both
definitely
phases.
on it.
Yeah.
They're not my number 1 though.
They're not my number 1, but
they're
they're definitely top 6. Yeah.
I mean, it's the plans. Anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
That's what everyone says. I feel like something crazy is gonna happen. Like maybe like a rank B+ team might even make
I just
it.
hope when it does, it doesn't affect us. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are pretty consistent, and you guys are on the up right now. I feel like you guys your guys are probably the most consistent, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah.
I can see, like, if I'm thinking.
I'm trying to come up with all the teams right now.
I mean, they did get upset in the Winter Open.
I got an answer for you.
That turns me on.
Yeah, the BDW.
Oh, the BDW. No
what is that?
The BDW.
He's the caster for Elevate.
Oh, okay.
You were gonna cast with him, Pill.
He's gonna see this too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, BD will see it.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, he'll love that.
I get to cast with this lovely creature.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone gets to experience the uniqueness.
What is it? Yeah, what does he do?
V's just a special human being.
He is.
Okay, he's got a good personality.
I would like to point out while we're talking, G2 is gonna probably would go up 2-0 on EG. I'm watching your stream right now.
And what?
On Winter Open right now.
Oh, I forgot the finals over there.
Mm-hmm.
Who made it? I didn't see who qualified as the fourth.
all the RLCS teams beat the people that qualified.
Okay,
so
of course.
I think the biggest thing was the Matones, or they beat your team, Procro.
Well, I take it back. The Peeps beat they beat Rogue, but like the Peeps are already an RLCS team, but they did qualify.
The Peeps are okay. They're really consistent. Like
Yeah.
they, even like in the Winter Open, like they earn their spot in the RLRS. Like they're not letting anyone upset them. Well, they might get upset and go to losers bracket, but they'll still pull it off.
Wait, are they not in the RLCS? Or
No, they're in RLRS.
Okay.
They're one of the two teams.
So who do you have as number 1
They're in
seed
the top
going in?
128.
Triple commit?
No.
Or-
I don't think
really?
I'm taking them out. Mine.
I definitely
Or
have
the
triple
bees.
commit in top 6 for sure.
Here, I got mine. Okay, this is the original one, but it's gonna change if I can pull it
Yeah,
up.
I'll probably change.
I have it on Mexi pages. Well, I kind of had like, it doesn't have the numbers, but just based. Yeah, Birds and the Bees, Roll Dismiss,
Yeah.
Hoxer.
Yeah, you have them one. Okay.
Yeah, basically just because everyone's doubted Hoxer like twice, and not Hoxer. I'm stupid. Never mind. I don't know why I have them number 1.
Yeah, why do? Yeah, I was literally about.
Honestly,
to
if you do, it's because Rolled is. He should be because he's.
Yeah,
fucking
Roll's is a
nasty.
god. Plot twist, of course, because Pirates is like the best defender in my opinion.
I have
Yeah.
And Mectos is on the up, Tarocco's fast. And then I have Afterthought, Shock, Hato, and Not Tyler. Just because
Yeah.
I feel like Shock could get his revenge. I got Sway Esports, your team. I got Avocado, Zol, Ajax, and Timon. Because
Yeah.
I feel like Ajax is really underrated. Like, Ajax completely turned around Upper 90 when he was trying out for them. Like, they didn't lose a game. And I feel like he's really powerful with, like, any other team. So I have a lot of faith in Avocado. And they have Zol, who he did really good with the old Afterthought. So, and then the 6th is just, man, I have so many teams that I could put in the 6th.
RBG.
It's a toss-up.
I only have
That's
4,
the biggest
I think.
toss-up.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got Plot Twist, Sway, Triple Commit, and Juice.
I got Triple Commit, the dudes,
Juice is good. Yeah.
Upper 90, RBG. I might
I feel
put
like I'm pretty
the
good with these things.
I might put the Matones in there, dude. Like,
I mean, lights out could.
I'm not
Make a
I'm
run.
not confident with
They're
Lights
not.
Out.
No.
Not confident with them.
Nah.
No,
I called the Winter Open so hard. I was like, Sway,
everyone's
I don't think
sleeping
they
on the
can
Matones.
finals.
The Matones though, Elomar, Maiden, Falls, and Brisky, they upset 2 teams the other day, and they've been like really consistent. Also
Why is
Defiant.
Zeus
Defiant.
showing
Brisky
up
is
on
a
the,
nut, I will
active
say
teams
that.
roster right now?
Who?
Brisky is unbelievable.
Yeah, Brisky's a god. He's really
Juice
quick.
isn't showing up on North America. Like
I don't know.
right
Juice is on the low right now.
now. What the heck?
Yeah, they're updating their page. That's why Asfer put his camera settings. Anyways, Sway Esports, in my opinion, will probably qualify for top 6.
Yeah.
So I think that was my last question.
Yeah, that's high up.
Have us. Yeah. So, Procro, thanks for coming and doing this interview with us. First guest on MexiCanDiabetes.
Yeah, no problem.
Maybe we can we make Procro a recurring guest? Maybe our next, like, if we have you again,
I'm down for
we can
it.
start talking like bubble teams and stuff, because I feel like you get really into that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Let's go.
down whenever, just let me know.
Okay.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Okay, let's get into some segments. We got swaps. So we're going to look at the Liquipedia transfers. There's only
know
been...
what date we need to... Yeah.
No, the only date you need to worry about right now is the newest two on here. And they're both
Okay.
EU, so they have, like, nothing to do.
Actually, I do want to get into one or two.
I mean, you
more,
can get
actually.
to some
Yeah.
below.
There's a few. There's very few.
I mean,
but
we were
yeah.
talking about, like, other things. We'll get into that, like, transfers and RLCS.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do these two first. Jake, he was retired. He's been doing a lot of coaching. Gets the coaching position at TSM. Big opportunity for him. He actually gets paid for that.
Yeah.
So that's huge. Ocelon getting put on the Method roster with who's on that these days?
It's
Rix,
like
Ronde.
Magnus.
No, no, dude.
Oh no! Wait, no, there's not because
Rix,
PSM.
Rix, Ronde, Burrito B, and Ocelon.
Okay, that's cool.
I think they had.
Ocelon's is a ones player. Not that I have anything against those
pretty
people,
good.
but like.
Yeah, I
again,
feel like I can't comment on EU stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
not
don't
much
know.
to comment on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will talk about Snasky going from the Vikings roster to
Dignitas coach.
Dignitas coach. Like, dude, that roster could have been so lit. Freaking Maestro, Snasky, and like if they would have got someone else besides Mummy Snow, I don't think Mummy Snow is that great of a player.
Maestro's on the low.
He is on the low, but they still can make it to RLRS. Like, I guess if it's paying more for the
he's
the
definitely
Dignitas
getting more
coach.
for Dignitas.
Yeah, and then last thing, the Wind and Rain Nordic
Yeah, I was gonna
roster
say something.
is
BJB.
gonna be very, very interesting. Snuff Mill or whatever, that guy. I actually ran into him in twos like two or 3 months ago. Guy is really good. Like, not that he carried or anything, but like the guy was consistently keeping up with me in twos, which I count any player that can do that is just actually really good. And the guy was able, I don't even think we lost a game. I think we went up to 1800 for the first time like last season. First time I've ever done that was with the guy. The guy's good.
Yeah, I know BJB on the roster. He was actually going to be on Peak Esports for our EU team. So he was definitely, out of the prospects we had, probably the most consistent player. Like, he was so, I don't know, like, his threes game sense was so good. And, like, he was chill, like, when he was playing. He played off his team, like, really well. Great passer. So that's going to be a good team.
I think that's going to be a team that upsets, honestly.
Yeah, it could be a team. Jazer team?
Wait, are we, do we know if this team made it in the EU Top 128? Because it got formed kind of late.
Guaranteed, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Again, if you're an EU team, I swear, look out for this team. They're making it top 32, I think.
One more on here. Card Tender, Renan. Low-key Esports Brazilian team for South America. Any team with Tanner and Card's going to be good, so they're probably going to be RLCS in South America.
Renan's worse than I thought. I used to think he was really nuts. The guy was like, I remember playing him back like season 5 of Ranked and being like, yo, this guy's actually like the best player I've ever seen. Nowadays, I don't know. I've clapped him a lot of times, so I don't really know. I think he hasn't played for a while. I wish C4 would get picked up by one of these South American teams.
And we all know, well, so far it's not looking good for South America. They can't compete with the RLCS of North American.
No, No, that remember. Okay, so that
the
team,
South
that
American
was
team
formed.
went.
That team was formed from subs, dude.
They
Subs
went.
for teams.
No, that was the top team in South America. They won the.
In that WSOE or whatever.
Yeah, they won the.
No, it wasn't. They clearly specified that team definitely was like a
that was
mixed
Lotus.
bag.
That was the team that they were. Well, I saw them. They were what's the tournament for South American people? Showdown? I don't know. Whatever they're playing in.
Oh.
Like every week they would win. It would be Tanner's
Okay.
team and them, and they'd win every week. And
I
then,
was thinking. I swear I could have sworn the one where they just got clapped by everyone. They talked about how that team was like because they had passport issues or whatever that like people couldn't show up, which makes sense. Like,
oh, okay.
so I'm
Well,
pretty sure. I
anyways,
swear
well,
that team was-
they'll have to prove themselves because South America they went like what 0-6 WSOE.
South America's winning RLCS confirmed.
They're losing the bubble players. Like they lost
Pull it
to
out.
they're RLCS South America and they lost to Afterthought. But I mean,
Oh, what do you think about Kuxer and like the whole flip side roster getting picked up by Fnatic? Think it's
on
gonna
the
happen?
rumor, I think that might happen.
I think it should
No,
happen.
here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the pussy strat and they're gonna wait until like the RLCS is done, see if they do good. Because that's what they did with
Oh, God.
Squishy Muffins. They're like, oh, we'll only buy if you make it. If you make it to LAN, we'll sign you.
The
That's
flip
what's
side
gonna
already
happen.
has made it to LAN and everything. They've
I
already
mean, they
shown
got
up.
they got to see it.
Check
They
it.
want see. Here's what they want. They want everything to be what's the word?
Well, that didn't work last time they tried to do that, so
They're gonna be like
Obvi-
Dignitas. They're gonna buy out Gale Force when LAN happens. They're like, oh,
they're gonna buy out Dignitas, dude. They're gonna
See-
be like Dignitas and buy out Dignitas.
See, they've seen them do it before, right? They've seen Flipside go to
Mhm.
LAN, but then there's like the chance that they don't make it. So like they'll wait until they
Flipside
make
hasn't, dude. Flipside's made it to LAN every time,
it.
right?
I mean, they're playing it safe. Definitely playing it safe. I mean, with their
You're
past
just losing
teams,
out
their
on
teams
money,
have
dude.
sucked. Their teams have
You're
sucked
just
in
gonna
the
lose it
past.
out on money.
Yeah, they're probably scared for their money. They're big org too. They're the
Yeah.
biggest org, I think, aren't they?
Mhm.
They're the biggest
We
org
talked
in
about
Rocket League.
this. Yeah, we talked about this in
Yeah.
way back.
Like they're,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were that
Fnatic's really
big.
big.
Yeah, I didn't even know they're. I think they were like the third most profitable org too. It was
Mhm.
like Cloud9.
Because it's all from CS:GO, dude. It's
Yeah,
all from CS:GO. That team used to like them and Ninjas and Pajamas used to clap every single like Ninjas and Pajamas went on like the biggest tournament win streak of like all time, something with like 187 or something. It was crazy.
anyways, let's go into headlights. Just like anything on the headlights. I said seating for 128. I feel like that's going to be a huge topic of discussion when getting in the
Yeah.
bracket. Oh, didn't Procro say that the seating's out?
Yeah, he talked about
Weird.
that, but we didn't.
Let me look at
don't
the
know.
play. I'm looking at the plans right now. Let's see
Yeah,
this.
can you check that? Because I don't think I saw it when I clicked on it.
It doesn't have any seating on here. I think he said from Octane GG, which is like a writer.
Okay.
It's like one of those, the two writers. There's Octane GG and then, what's the other
Let
one?
me go look.
Yeah, my keyboard's like super loud. So maybe there's a list on Octane GG where they made their own seating.
News.
Let's see, they got a bracket.
I'm
here.
not seeing it.
Is bracket published?
Wait, contender rankings? Could you think that?
Maybe.
That's what it
Yeah,
is?
I don't know. Something.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it's because he remember he said Sway was number one. On this one, Sway's number one. So
Can you drop the link?
yeah, I got you. Okay, so while we're talking about it, it's Sway, Birds and the Bees. It's triple commit. It's afterthought. It's onset.
What? Wait.
Really?
Wait.
Onset.
Who's on? That's supposed to be Remord Knights.
That's
but...
that's the Reborn Knights roster. And
Wow.
RBG, dude. Hell yeah.
Oh, they
Pull
put
it out,
on
boys.
They put RBG in 6? Oh, they put Plot Twist 7.
Wait, here's the real
This is
question, right?
interesting. This is
What are these people that are commenting on this? Jay Boogie, dude. Why is Jay Boogie commenting on people's potential to do anything?
They didn't even put Upper 90 in here. That's...
This guy
oh, they
said
did.
I was the best player in the game. This guy's obviously wrong about a lot of things. Terrible.
Oh, they did put Upper 90 in here. Lights out.
Okay,
made
I
it.
trust Subin. Whatever Subin did, I trust Subin more than I trust anyone here.
Oh yeah, these guys are on the committee. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Seven?
I trust Seven.
Classy got 90 at 8. I like this. I don't agree with a lot of this.
I don't know about Endeavor being number 5, and I definitely don't know about.
So how did they give Sway Esports
but...
number 1 when the rest of the whole community gave them 2s?
Because it's an average. It's an average. They're tied for number 1, by the way.
Oh, okay, so it's a tie average. But look at, there's 3. That can't be right, because 3 averages of 1. There's 3 people that voted on Birds and the Bees for 1, and then look at Sway Esports had 3 for 2.
It's just because Classy voted him 5.
Oh, he just destroyed it.
Yeah.
Classy, you idiot. Wait.
Could have put him at number. Wait, who did he put? Okay.
Triple commit is 2? Why is everyone putting
Dude, let's
triple
go! Hype up!
I'm telling you, dude, triple commit's not gonna make it. I'm calling it. They're not gonna make it. I'm not a triple commit fan. I hate to say that. I'm gonna get hurt now. People are gonna hunt me down. Look how look how low they put Avocado. 14, 4, and 13.
You're just hating on them because Dapper's black.
What? Are you serious?
I'm joking. I'm just saying.
You Merc Savvy for being racist, and he has Dapper on his team now. Oh, let's talk about that.
Dude,
how do you think comms are with that?
Dude, that's what I wonder. I wonder when they meme on a team and they said, "Dude, this is stupid," and then they say, the N word, and then Dapper's just like, "Whoa, that's not cool, man."
Dapper's probably like, all right.
He just sits back silently, dude, while they're just like, "Dude, he's stupid."
He's probably got a nice smile on his face.
It's like a cringe smile too. He's good.
He's like in his dorm, smiling with his glasses on.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, I kind of want to break. I wish I got this list earlier because I want to tear this apart, but I don't agree with a lot of this. But anyways,
I don't think I agree with it. Oh, who's their last seed? Nefarious.
This is definitely the headlights. We should put this in the comments.
Lights Out is number 16.
Why are people putting Lights Out so high? Lights Out's not even a question.
It's just because they're an org, dude. It's not their team.
They have so much hype around them. They have so many fans, but they're not good.
They're not good. They're not good. No, okay. So that team is what? Kevpert, Vandry, Mikey 12?
No, Kevpert, Vandry, AJ, Mike 12 sub.
I was gonna say, all of those players are good, but as a team, they don't do much. But all of those players are great in their own rights. I think all of those players are good, but actually I don't think AJ is very good, but that's whatever.
Merc'd?
I haven't played enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we've agreed on that 20 times.
Yeah, the AJ's not really that great of a player. Yeah. He's nowhere near the other AJ.
Yeah. Let's get into
put him in the same class.
Let's get into Merc'd. You have anything for Merc'd? Merc'd, this list.
I mean,
this list disappoints me.
Seriously, my disappointing. I'm merging this list. This is ridiculous.
Can I be on this committee? Can me and you somehow try to get on this committee?
I would
kick Classy and Cab.
Classy. Whoever the heck Okay, so hold on. He's the owner of Pulsar Premier League. Okay.
Wait.
You want to talk about? Okay. You ready for a merch segment? Here we go. I've got you.
Wait, where does it say that? Where does it say what they do?
Up top. Whenever you click on the list, it's up top. Okay, let's talk about. You ready for my merch segment? I can tell you a real one. Okay, Cab and me have been speaking for the last week, and he is yet to have paid me for the Premier League that we won 3 weeks ago.
I mean, that's $15.
Exactly, which is so confusing as to why he can't even pay me that.
I mean,
it's actually $5.
Yeah, get Merc'd. They're a good order. They'll give you your money.
Really? They didn't pay my boy 5 keys. Okay, let me tell you that. They didn't pay my boy 5 keys.
Yo, where's my keys?
They didn't pay me my $5. What's going on? And then for J Boogie, dude, no, just no. Absolutely not.
Just no.
Subin, I love Subin. Okay, Subin can be on that list. I would love Subin. Sly, yeah, Sly knows everything. So yeah, I respect those two. But where did they find these other two?
Is J Boogie new? I've
three.
never seen J Boogie on the board.
I guess.
Okay.
I've been around.
I take Classy out because look how biased this is. Coach, helpy person at Lights Out. No wonder why Lights Out made the top list.
Wait, what did he put Lights Out at? Hold on.
It's up in his ranking committee thing.
No, I'm saying what did he put? I'm gonna go look at what he put Lights Out on.
I think he put him higher than everyone else.
Oh, he didn't put them anything, dude.
Oh, I guess it's biased.
0.
It's biased. That's why.
Yikes! Freaking, he told Subin to put him number 10. Subin would never do that. My man would never do that. I don't believe him. They peer pressured Subin into a terrible.
Yeah, Classy's gave him some money under the table and said, "Subin, I need you to put Lights Out a little bit higher."
Lights Out at, like number 1 at least. They deserve at least.
Just look at the teams that he put after Lights Out. So Lights Out's 10, right?
Yeah,
11
fine.
question mark. That's Vince's team. 13's Avocado. That's Zol's team. 14 U90. Lights Out's beat Upper 90. They never lose to them. Hello?
What you mean Upper 90s never lost to
Lights Out?
Lights Out, right? Okay. Yeah, dude. Subin, this list some straight up bullshit. Okay. This list looking like it got shot in the head.
Who do you agree?
Like
whose rankings do you agree most with?
I don't know.
Actually,
I can't say Cab. I'm not saying Cab because he put freaking triple commit at number 1.
I was gonna say Cab.
No. I refuse.
Sly?
I think J Boogie, dude.
Dude, wait,
God, I hate to say that.
I think.
Wait. J Boogie put plot twist not even on the list. Never mind. All these people's lists are flawed, dude. Hard.
Yeah, I can't agree with anyone. Actually.
Number one Subin because
list is pretty bad.
Because he's better than all those other players, and he's actually been a sub. I mean, he's been a pro player more than these other people have. So
I don't know.
Subin.
I was trying to look at one that I most agree with, but I don't. They all have plot twist out of this. Like that's.
None of these are garbage. They're all garbage. I would say maybe Sly.
Okay, we're gonna do
this. A decent list.
We're gonna take this list and put our rankings on Twitter or something.
No, seriously, yeah, I think Sly's got the number 1 list on this one because he put Birds and the Bees at number 1, Sway at number 2, Onset at number 3, which I don't agree with, but whatever. Avocado at number 4, Triple Commit at number 5, Afterthought at number 6. I'm fine with that. I think that's the most.
Actually, I'm pretty.
Let's just go with their top 6. Really,
the only thing that's holding me back is the Onset ranking super high. But
yeah, I think everything else is better. I mean, it's better than J Boogie. I mean, sorry, it's better than J Boogie not putting plot twist even on the list. Sorry, but yeah, it's better than that.
Okay, let's move on. Well, that was our Merc'd. Replica, terrible. You losing to Sean's team. Oh my god. Got Merc'd. Drama alert.
Straight up. Bull.
What was the drama alert? Didn't you say? Oh yeah, with Guzzy's team.
Yeah.
So what Guzzy told me is, it all comes back to Sean's team. They scrimmed Sean's team, and they only beat them 2-1 in the series, or something. So you just like blocked them all on Discord, and he's like, "My team's shit," and just left.
What? Who?
Guzzy.
Yo, I know Guzzy's toxic like that.
He said,
I don't doubt it.
Yo, are we losing? How did we only beat him in a scrim 2-1? And he just left them all.
Hilarious.
And he's like, my teammates are crap. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Well, that sucks. And my other drama alert was the owner Discord. You wouldn't know anything about this, but
yeah, I have no idea.
It's like a huge controversy of the old owner's Discord because it got deleted. So what happened was Arsenal, the owner of Upper 90, and who's the owner of RBG? What's his face? Why am I blanking on his name? What's his name? Pale. RBG.
Randomize.
That's his name.
Oh, I have no idea.
They made an owners Discord where all the org owners and team owners can come together and talk about crap. There's already been a Discord on it. People say that it's like Psionics invite only. So the only reason they say that is because the only reason they said that is because Cloud Fuel invites you. Because I got invited by Cloud Fuel. But it's not an invite only. But they made a new one with like teams. This is without any Psionics people in it. It was made by Arsenal and Randomize, RBG and Upper 90. They gave some moderators that like organized it where it showed like how many people were in their Discord on the side. And Arsenal got in a huge argument with like everyone else, saying that like I don't want to have people be defined by their Discord size, which is like true. Like who cares about the Discord size?
Yeah, it's about their personality as well and how
it's about like it was before it was team owner and then org owner, and he got in a huge fight with like Fondle, who's owner of Glacier, and next thing you know, Arsenal deletes the whole Discord, and then it got it was just a big old drama. There was like 200 messages, and they made a new one. We're on to bigger things. It's called Org United now. Orgs United. So we're actually starting to work together and stuff. It's things are looking good for the tournament scene. Like people are getting along together. It's turning away from competition. So the future of orgs might have a brighter day after some drama. But how they organize it now is there's like no owner role. It's just team owner, org owner, and then there's like a committee, or a board that like talk about stuff and like decide what to do. Like the most respected people. I don't know how they voted on it because there was like a meeting or something, but I agree with most of the members of the committee. Procro's on the committee. I'm pretty sure Mystery from Mythical's on the committee. Like all the older people, which is like acceptable. They know the most.
Why did I keep I feel like I've heard controversy between Mystery and someone else, but I don't really know. Like I talked to Mystery about something.
May have been there was I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but
yeah.
I ended up talking to Mystery and he's a cool dude. Like you can't hate him or Procro or like in the end they're all people. And it's kind of hard to like hate them. But yeah, the big thing right now for tournaments is like overlapping tournaments and stuff, and whoever has the big prize pool wins. So,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
As a player,
So what the thing that they're working towards is like having like non-conflicting tournaments. Like this is your day, but it's kind of hard because there's so many orgs in North America compared to like 2 in Europe. For tournaments.
I just realized it was Mystery against Bunk. That's what it was.
Against who?
Against Bunk. It was owner of like A2O or something. Yeah.
Bunk used to own
I was talking to him about it, and
Memento
he was like,
Memori or something.
I don't even know. It was pretty much Mythical saying to me, he was like, they make biased judgments in favor of their team, and then he said, I had spoken with Bunk a while back. There was a promotional deal between our orgs, but then they had done a change in the server, took away the promo channel, and then when I questioned them about it, I was told that it would come back. But after all this time, it was never added back onto
their org
the
just
server.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, their org's gone. I don't know what happened. I kind of forgot. I forgot about them. When you brought up Bunk, I'm like, oh yeah, Bunk.
Let me tell you why. Well, at least for me, why I stopped playing those orgs is because they had a team of literal hackers. Like, I'm not even joking about this.
What?
Like, literal. It is the only time I've ever encountered hackers in this game.
In Rocket League?
Yeah, in Rocket League, they were lag switching hard. Okay, so let me. Yeah. So here's what had happened. Okay, so we were driving around. Everyone could see each other like driving around. It was me and some silvers. So we were just kind of screwing around, and it was against a good team. It was against a team that could kick our ass, honestly. But we lost the first game hard, and then the second game we all like play an instrument or whatever, and so they all hopped in like team chat, or like we all hopped in the game as like 4 members, and we were just kind of memeing because we were just like whatever, we're just gonna meme the second game, and they start driving around, and we're all driving around, and we're playing with like our voice call or like the voice chat in Rocket League, and like they're playing all their instruments, singing a Seven Nation Army or whatever. Yeah. So then we're like we start lagging, like all four of us start lagging at the same time. I'm like, yo, are you guys lagging? They're like, yeah, we are. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna smack this goal in, and you can help me. And like, we could control the ball, right? We could actually hit the ball, and like we could see each other hitting the ball. And when I smacked it in the goal, it like rolled out the back of the goal, like as in kind of like the thing that happens when you're in like a
Yeah.
thing where like you hit it and then it kind of rolls out the back. And like after we did that, I was like, yo, I want to get this on video for like next time if we can do this. And the game had like 40 seconds left. And
Are you sure it wasn't just like the server?
no, it was definitely because they started to, after we smacked it in the goal, the very second that we smacked it in the goal and it didn't do anything, everyone on their team started trying and like stopped us from getting another, like stopped us from taking shots and stuff. And then when we confronted, because we had video evidence of it, by the way, that it happened the first time, we showed it to Bunk and all them, and they were like, you guys are just making a fuss because you guys lost, and you guys were cheating first. And I was like, nah, we're fine with taking the loss, dude. Like, I'm completely fine with getting like kicked out because like we took the loss. I'm fine with that. But these guys can't be allowed to play anymore. Like, this is ridiculous. And they're like, well, you know, I can't really see from that far away that it went into the goal. All I see is it got really, really close. I'm like, okay, buddy. And then I go in further, like after we got beat, and like, you know, they went on to the next round to beat freaking some nuts team like Zol, Air, and Brad Day or whatever. I checked, and all those 3 players or whatever, they were all playing under the orgs team or whatever. Like, they were part of that orgs admins and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, makes perfect sense now.
That's interesting. I wonder if there's ever gonna get into like actual hacking in this game. So my friend got
there's real things out there.
My friend got blamed for cheating. He said he had like some sort of aimbot where it showed him like the trajectory where the ball was gonna go off the wall.
Yeah, I've heard that's a real thing.
I was like, what?
No, I've heard it's an actual
my friend was dying laughing. He's like, are you serious right now? Not hacking. Yeah. I'm just reading these off the backboard. I don't think anyone in Rocket League blames anyone for hacking. Like, the first thing you blame is lag.
There is lag switching though. Lag switching though. Like, you can look it up. But there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is
rare. It's very rare.
First thing that comes to mind is just lag or something.
Yeah. Because the servers are so bad, you can you have to
blame
blame
the
it on lag
servers
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week's picks. So that was our podcast. Next week, I think we'll try to get another interview with an Oregoner. Maybe Jimmers?
Maybe.
Anyways, oh yeah, we were thinking about having relationships with Jeremy. Maybe we can get Jeremy in here. Maybe he'll be down to do that. I don't know. So we'll figure it out. But next week we'll have some sort of guest for you, and I think we'll definitely dive into 128. Oh, I'm so excited for that. The 30th. Yeah. Oh, we can't next week because it's not till the 30th.
Well, they might have.
Okay, we'll talk about the tournament. The
seeding.
Yeah, the seed tournament.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the seed tournament. Definitely talk about that. We'll probably talk about 2 other maybe tournaments leading up to our 128, and we'll come back with some swaps maybe. I don't know if there are going to be any headlights, Merc'd, drama alert, maybe relationships, and yeah, a lot of stuff to come next week. So see you guys. Bang.
Pause.